What's going on, guys? Squeebs and crew back with a brand new video episode, whatever you want to call it. NFL Wildcard Weekend was a success.
No, but yes.
It was 6-0 over here. We showed you the brackets, undefeated. You went 4-2. I mean, literally, if you follow me on Twitter, follow me on TikTok, every single game went to plan of how I wanted it to go. Touchdown scores, had Elijah Mitchell. I had Travis Kelce.
You wanted to go.
OBJ last night, first touchdown scorer, had him.
OBJ's back.
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of locked into his spot on the team now, I feel like. And Stafford was great.
They finally made it work, and now it looks great. Was that his first no pick game in 6 weeks?
And how one of our boys messages said, "Oh, Stafford over interception." I said, "Not a chance. Not a chance."
Yeah, he's definitely gonna have to eat that one. Eat his words on that one.
You played a perfect game. I just feel like these games.
First playoff win.
I feel like these games were trash.
Oh no, they were.
You know when you have all these picks, all your bets and shit, and you want to sweat them out. I feel like they're just so easy. And that's a weird thing to say. It's just stupid thing to say, but it just wasn't even a sweat on any of these games. I'll tell you what, though, San Fran having plus 3.5. If I had San Fran money line, I would have been sweating because they almost lost. They almost blew that game. Almost.
I wouldn't have been sweating. I would have been sweating
a little bit.
I think San Fran ran into the unfortunate side of Jimmy Garoppolo they hate, and it almost cost them.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. These games this weekend are going to be a lot better, I think a lot more close. It's going to be down to the wire on a lot of these games.
I think last week it was the inexperienced team showed.
Yes.
If that makes sense. The inexperienced team showed.
Yeah. Pull this up quick. So we're gonna have. Well, let me just. I was trying to pull the games up for this weekend, but let me just pull up my bracket because I got the perfect one right now. So I got the massive matchups all ready to go.
We could pull yours up for now. It's gonna be a perfect one for now.
Let's pull up the bracket. So we got. It's gonna be Tennessee versus Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be Bills versus Chiefs. Green Bay versus the Niners, and the Rams and Tampa.
Yep.
I want to talk about the Green Bay San Fran game first, because kind of what I saw in the Dallas game, and I was screaming at the top of my lungs, absolutely screaming, because I was just losing my mind to the fact of I feel like Garoppolo is going to shoot them in the foot. I just feel like he freaks out. He doesn't make the right play. For them to beat Green Bay, they might as well just feed Debo and Mitchell every single play. Because for some reason, Garoppolo can't find Kittle. He can't find Brandon Ayuk. It's there was no passing game in that game against the Cowboys.
For San Fran to win, we're going to have to think the best way to say about quarterbacks in the playoffs, you show your true colors.
Yeah.
And if we want to see his true colors, this has to be his best game. He has to be perfect. And he's going to be playing in negative 11-degree weather. It's going to be terrible, god-awful.
Yeah.
Abysmal cold. And he's going to have to play his perfect game of his life to save, one, not his career, but two, save his job in San Fran. It's Super Bowl or bust for Jimmy G. And I don't know, but, as a man that might be in the runnings for a quarterback, if he can play in the playoffs, he can come to.
No. I already said, literally, I was watching the game with somebody. Literally, I can't. I don't know, man. He's a game manager. He's not going to win you games. He's not going to lose you games. That's the thing.
He needs to go to a team. He needs to go to a team like, I'd hate to say, a Rams-built team.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just feel like it's system based, like quarterbacks in the system.
I say that all the
The
time.
system.
I
Go
say it
ahead.
all.
Go ahead.
I say it all the time of like different quarterbacks like him. They don't win a games for you, but they're not going to lose the games for you. I feel like
Right.
in the playoffs, that doesn't matter. Your quarterback's going to win you the game or he's going to lose you the game. And I really
Agreed.
thought about this last night. I was like, you know what? I'm going 6-0. Like it told me to psych me out. I'm sitting here last night. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go San Fran. Like, I feel like they could do it. I feel like San Fran could beat the Packers because everyone's on Green Bay. Everyone's hyping up Aaron Rodgers' his last run with Green Bay. Super Bowl or bust for Green Bay. They go play San Fran and they shit the bed. I just don't think Garoppolo can do it. And that's what's holding me to that fact of let me just go with my bracket. I think Green Bay is going to slide one out. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be very close. But I'm going Green Bay here, the minus the 4.5, because I think Garoppolo is going to shoot them in the foot at the end of the game. I truly do. I think Green Bay is going to slide this one out.
I'm sticking to what I've been, I guess, riding with the whole time because my bracket ends with the Rams. But I'm also sticking to California teams are going to be in the NFC Championship. So I'm not changing. I'm not riding any different. I want to say my bracket I had Green Bay, but I'm going with the underdogs. Something about George Kittle not getting the ball this week means he's got to get the ball next week. And no one on Green Bay can stop Kittle.
No,
defensive wise. Offensive wise, if they put up 33,
I just feel like Garoppolo can't keep up with Aaron Rodgers. I just don't.
Well, no one can keep up with Aaron Rodgers. It's like
I think Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford can. All right, there's a few. Matthew Stafford, Bills when they're hot. Tom
Brady can.
Tom Brady can't. Well, it depends on his weapons. He only put up 30 on the Eagles.
Yeah, they're going to face the Rams, who I think can easily win this game. I think the only thing about this game against Tampa is it's in Tampa. That's what's killing me. The fact, I mean, I'm on the Rams. I'm all over the Rams. The Rams. I just feel like I don't know.
The Rams. See, the thing about this is the Rams. So this week, I think you can agree. Tampa played a team that wasn't as talented as them.
Okay, are you? Can I? But for a second, are you over the loss?
Oh no, I'm 100% over the loss.
Okay,
I'm already ready for next year.
I got something to say. I think that the NFL needs to go back to the old format because to have a game like that as the first game, and the Eagles had no shot at winning on Sunday, the 1:00 game. To have a game like that where there's just no chance, it's the playoffs. You just can't have it. Like it was 4 games.
It was 4 games.
I know,
like that.
but my thing is, and even for my team, I say the same thing.
Eagles.
I'm saying I think the playoffs needs to be teams that have a chance, and we're expected to win the division. Like I'm fine with the Rams and Cardinals both being in because they should have won both could win the division. The Eagles had no shot at winning the division. They had no shot at doing anything. Neither did the Steelers. Like those teams, the Steelers, the Eagles, just shouldn't be in the playoffs. It was a complete waste of time. It was a complete waste of entertainment. The Chiefs went in there and just destroyed. I mean, you come in with a quarterback like Big Ben saying we don't have a chance. I think he meant that. Everyone's saying, "Oh, it was a smokescreen." I think he really did think they had no shot. So why are we? It's just absolutely. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it, and it's like everyone's sitting here saying, "Oh, those were just easy games to pick." They fucking were, dude. Like they were
easy games to pick. But you gotta think they made so much money,
right? But if I'm Vegas, I'm like, "Fuck, dude, we got screwed with these games." Like the Sharks.
You think NFL cares about Vegas?
No, I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. They gotta go back to the 6-game playoff. I think
they will never go back to the 6-game playoff.
I think they should.
They'll never the money grab they still had this weekend on Super Wild Card weekend. They're never going to go back. I
like the Monday night game. I like the Monday night game. I just don't think you need the extra games.
No, they're not. See, the thing about that part is
I know, but my standpoint on is I actually thought Tampa Bay deserved a bye week. I actually thought that the Chiefs deserved a bye week instead of playing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were in that position, you were a Chiefs fan, I'd be like, that's fucked up that we had to play, waste our energy on that ridiculousness, or Tampa Bay waste our energy on that ridiculousness when we should have had a bye week. Because originally it was 6 teams, 2 teams bye week. That's what it should be. Really, it should. Because if I'm the Chiefs and Tampa Bay, I'm like annoyed that we had to waste our energy on that. Really, it's unbelievable.
I think this weekend was more of showing the league still very top heavy.
Yeah, it is.
We know
going,
any given week a team can win.
Yeah, I
but
agree.
Then we know the team's still top heavy at the end of the day. That's how I viewed it.
You look at the Cardinals, and I think a lot of people are overlooking a lot of different things. Yeah, the Rams are going to win that game 100%. The Rams are a better team. But you look at the Cardinals, everyone's like, oh, they've got AJ Green, they got Christian Kirk, but those guys aren't studs. Their stud is on the bench. What makes AJ Green and Christian Kirk good, which we talked about a long time ago, what makes them good is that they have a guy like DeAndre Hopkins, they get open routes. But if Christian Kirk's double team on the long route, or if AJ Green's double team on that slant, they're not going to get open. I mean, you put DeAndre Hopkins last night, this game's a lot closer. 100%.
I also think
you look at the last 4 or 5 weeks, the Cardinals have been lost without him. He's their best player.
I think Kyler Murray needs to take a step.
Step where?
In the right direction. You can't pull a Carson Wentz in the end zone right there.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think everyone's overlooking all this stuff because it's 14-0. It's yes, he played terrible, but it's 14-0. He made a bad play. He's trying to force it because the game was already over. He's missing his probably the best receiver in football, and a lot of people aren't even thinking about it.
But the best receiver, that dude's had terrible quarterbacks and still made it work. So, yes.
Who?
DeAndre Hopkins had Tom Savage as his quarterback.
Yeah.
Brock Osweiler.
I know, but I'm saying Kyler Murray struggled because he doesn't have his number one option. Especially when they got Jalen. Because now you got Jalen Ramsey on AJ Green. Like, if that changes, you got Hopkins with Ramsey.
I'm saying, like, the talent wise on the Rams defense is a problem because you have Jalen Ramsey in the background and you have Aaron Donald in your face.
Yeah,
he was in a lose-lose situation, but he did not help himself. He should have, in my opinion, they should have used him on the ground, like 100% ran opposite of Aaron Donald. Little read option. Let's get him going.
Well, they didn't establish the run early at all because James Conner didn't get any carries in the first 2 quarters. At least seemed like.
What's stupid?
Yeah.
I don't know. Cliff Kingsbury got to not reevaluate the offense, but have a solid backup plan for when there's no DeAndre Hopkins because you can't. He's not going to be there forever.
Yeah, man. So you got I said that thing about the Cardinals. I think that'd be fine next year. Cardinals, lost to the Rams.
That's a tough division to be fine in. But then again, Seattle's gonna be shit next year, so they'll be fine.
I'll tell you who impressed me. The Cincinnati Bengals. They really impressed me.
Yeah, it was close at the end.
Yeah,
Derek Carr.
But that's the way the Bengals play because their defense isn't very good. But if the Bengals offense plays like that, I think Tennessee's gonna have a hard time winning. I think I'm still on. After watching the Bengals play, I'm still on the Bengals. I think the Bengals beat the Titans this weekend. I think the Bengals move on to the AFC Championship game. I think we're gonna.
I like that the number 1 seeds got to play on Saturday.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, I think that's how it should be because the teams that played on Sunday should get to play on Sunday again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how they did it. But the game of the week is going to be the Chiefs Bills. And have I changed my mind? Hell no. The Chiefs look like the best team in football, and it's not even close.
Yeah,
if anyone knows me closely, I love the Bills. I love Josh Allen. Y'all know that. But I'm not going to put that against me trying to win some money or making the right pick, and that's the Chiefs. I think
All I'm
Chiefs.
going to say is if out of the AFC, if it's Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, everybody will understand that those guys are top 5.
Top 3.
Top 2. I'll go top 2. No, really, let's be honest. Like, who's better than Josh Allen?
I mean, I think you got the top 5 quarterbacks in the league in this next round. I think you got Brady, you got Rodgers, you got Burrow, you got Allen, you got Mahomes.
I would go Rodgers, Allen, Brady. No.
Mahomes is the best quarterback.
Rodgers, Allen, Brady. Almost forgot Mahomes. Mahomes, Rodgers, Allen,
Brady, Burrow.
So yeah, top 3. He's top 3.
I think those are the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. I think they're all in the next round, as they should be. Which shows you that you need a top end quarterback to be good in this league to move on in the playoffs.
No, we agree.
If you don't have a top end quarterback, you're not moving on to the divisional round or the AFC Championship games, and that's proven it this year. And that's
the thing about all those quarterbacks.
That's why I think Tennessee's going to lose. That's why I think who do I have losing? The 49ers are going to lose.
Tennessee, 49ers, Tampa Bay, and Buffalo.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to beat Buffalo because I think Mahomes is better than Josh Allen, and I think that Mahomes has better options at receiving. I think that if they just go to Diggs all day, I think it's not going to work the whole game. I mean, you look at the back of the Week 4 matchup, like the Bills got to include Dawson Knox. He had a touchdown. You got to include Cole Beasley. He had a touchdown. Gabriel Davis had 70 yards, I think it was. They got to include all those guys to get this win on Saturday night. But I think Chiefs beat Bills. I think Bengals beat Tennessee because I think that Derrick Henry is going to come back. I don't think he's going to be fully healthy yet. I don't believe that. And I think that Burrows is way better than Ryan Tannehill. And I think they're going to win that game. I think that the Green Bay is going to throttle the 49ers come the fourth quarter. I think the game's going to be close, but come fourth quarter, Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Garoppolo, it's not even a comparison. And then I think the reason Tampa Bay loses to the Rams is because I just feel like Tampa Bay has gone through so much in the last 2 weeks, plus losing 2 offensive linemen on Sunday. And it doesn't even look like Gronkowski is that healthy. I don't know why. I just feel like he's not. They have so many injuries. I don't even know if Fournette's coming back. The Rams look so healthy on offense, so healthy on defense. They look like one of the best teams in football. I think they beat Tampa Bay on Sunday or Saturday. I don't even know what the ton of games are at. But I'm sticking with my bracket. I'm sticking with the teams I had originally. Bengals, Chiefs, AFC Championship, and Packers, Rams, NFC Championship.
I'm not changing my stance at all either. But the one thing I am worried about is the weather in Kansas City. Because they're both used to the cold, but Buffalo lives in it.
Yeah.
And seeing that Stephon Diggs standing there watching it last year made me a little worried. But I am flipping my pick, though. I'm going San Fran to beat Green Bay.
You're going San Fran.
I'm going San Fran.
I actually had a feeling you were going to do that.
No, because, when your best offensive weapon is Deebo Samuels, and he has a mediocre game, and your second best just block the whole game, and you still win with your quarterback being indecisive at the end of the game.
Let me ask you a question. This is gonna be a stupid question. I know how you're gonna react. I know how a lot of people are gonna react. Let's say scenario, because I think that they're healthy. I think they got a bye week. They're gonna roll in there like freaking Batman and Robin. They're gonna freaking walk on the field. It's 14-0. Adams has 2 touchdowns. It's 14-0 in the first quarter. Second quarter comes.
No, I'm not putting Trey Lance out there.
Second quarter comes. Garoppolo throws a pick. Packers go down, kick a field goal at 17-0. Do you put Trey Lance in the game? I'm not. And listen. I'm not saying put Trey Lance in the game because Garoppolo stinks. I'm not saying put Trey Lance in the game because he's better than Garoppolo. I watched the game against Dallas towards the end of the game and how Dallas almost came back. I put Trey Lance in the game because he can make things happen on his feet. And the Green Bay's D line is very good. I think if it gets to 17-0 and you got to move fast, gets the huddle fast, move quick, that's why you put Trey Lance in the game. Yes or no?
If you're correct, 100% correct. I'm not putting Trey Lance in the game if I'm not messing this up. Because we already said he is the starter going into next year. It's his whole season.
Is he?
And we're going to they've been on the thing of like he's the starter next year. It's definitely like
all right. So
you can't put him in there and then like to have him in there succeed against like the fail. Like it's already an uphill climb. If he brings us back, by all means, you're the god. But if he doesn't, it's like, man, you put me in there to fucking fail.
All right. Garoppolo goes in there
and
beats Green Bay.
Right.
4 touchdowns. What are you doing next year? Are you just going to have Trey Lance on the bench for the next 2-3 years? Or do you try and move him? Or if Garoppolo makes this run, stocks up, do you trade Garoppolo?
If Garoppolo wins Super Bowl, you keep him. If he doesn't, you trade him. It's that simple.
You think so? Okay.
Because I think it's warranted enough. He's, like you've been saying, he's not going to lose you a game. And if your team saw like a team perfect for Garoppolo is the fucking Colts.
Okay, that's interesting.
Because they need consistency at quarterback. He'll at least give them consistency. And that team's based on, all right, we're going to run the ball. We're going to have playmakers on defense. Don't screw this up, quarterback. In the last 2 years, the quarterback, 1, Philip Rivers couldn't move, and 2, question mark when he goes out there.
Yeah.
So a team for Garoppolo is someone that's like, you don't have to win us the game. Just don't lose us the game, and at least pass the ball. Because I think Jimmy Garoppolo is a little bit better passer than Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
It's a little bit better. Accuracy. What I'm coming down to is your quarterback has to be accurate and on time.
Right. I mean, yeah, I get that, but I don't know, man. I just feel like he would make more things happen on the field.
Trey Lance could easily make this game exciting.
Yeah, he could.
I just don't want to. But if he's my future and we're going against Aaron Rodgers and we're down 17, am I going to put him in there? And
I get what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. You don't. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because that's the worst time ever to put him. If they should have had him in and then left him do the whole playoffs.
All right, so Green Bay 49ers, you're going 49ers.
Yep.
I got Green Bay. Rams Tampa, we both going Rams, obviously. Bills Chiefs, I'm going Chiefs. What are you going?
I'm still going Chiefs.
Okay.
I can't justify them. If they lose, then Buffalo's making a title run and no one stops them.
Okay. Bengals Tennessee, you got Tennessee.
I'm riding Derrick Henry.
And I got Bengals. So we got 2 weeks in a row, 2 different. I got Bengals moving on. You got Tennessee, and I.
Hey, at least on Sunday we can cheer together.
Right, and then I got Green Bay, and you got San Fran. So I mean, these games are going to be good. I'm excited. I mean, can I go 4-0? Can I go start?
I mean,
that would be electric.
If you go 10-0, you have to. Well, you should have been made a fucking whole playoff bracket.
You can't do that because you can't do the.
You know what I'm saying? You should have the 6-0. You should have the 6-0 parlay.
I did have a 6-0 parlay.
That's saying then you go to the 4-0 parlay, and then I'm
making one. So what I have right now is I won the 6-0 parlay. I won like $160, and then I'm doing a 4-0. I'm doing the parlay with my 4 teams. I also do still have Chiefs Super Bowl. I got them at plus 450, and then I got another bet with just Rams winning the NFC title game. I think I got plus 300 on that. So I'm riding those throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not riding much on FanDuel right now.
Riding that Chiefs Super Bowl plus 450. They've dropped to plus 400. So if you want to go get Chiefs Super Bowl, it's plus 400 right now.
Chiefs to win the Super Bowl or just end the Super Bowl?
Just to win the Super Bowl plus 400.
I can't do this win because I need Rams.
That's what it is. Let's go check it. I'm gonna go check it right now. I don't want to give out false information. But I did get them at plus 450 before the playoffs started. All right, Super Bowl favorite is the Packers at plus 350, and then Chiefs at plus 400. So yeah,
How are the Packers still the favorite?
so it's Packers, Chiefs, Bills. If you want to get Bills, they're plus 500. Bucks are also plus 500, and then Rams plus 700, Titans plus 800, Niners plus 1200, Bengals are at plus 1500, the worst odds to win. So if you think Joe Burrow's getting a little tired around plus 1500, that's not bad.
I love his swag and his cockiness, but
So
sometimes it gets annoying.
yeah.
Like, like it's feel like
yeah.
he's like a 7-year vet. Like, oh, I've been here, dog, dude. I like, that's what shit I do. I'm like, ah, man, that's so cool. And I'm like, wait a minute, he hasn't won shit.
I think my because I didn't really talk lines. I think my favorite bet of the weekend is Rams plus 3.5 against Tampa Bay. I think that's a good bet.
Isn't the Kansas City line like minus 2.5?
Yeah, we can go through. So Bengals, Titans. Titans are 3.5 point favorites. I do like the plus 3.5. The Bengals too. That's not bad. San Fran, Green Bay. It was 4.5. It's now 5.5, which is kind of weird. I don't love that. I might just go money line. And then Rams, Tampa is 3.5. I like Rams plus 3.5. It's my favorite bet of the weekend. And then Chiefs, Bills is 2.5. I do really love Chiefs minus 2.5. So if I had to pick my two favorite bets, it's Rams plus 3.5, Chiefs minus 2.5, and we could ride those together because we both love those. So
Yeah,
that
we
parlay I like
definitely
a
can.
lot. I like a lot. But
Definitely can.
something else to talk about. Season's over, especially the Steelers now are over. It's going to be talked about for the next couple of weeks into the off season. Is Russell Wilson.
Yeah, it's already been starting to really juice up.
So Russell Wilson has announced that he wants to explore his options, and there are three, as Sporting News put out. There's three options for Russell Wilson. Three teams that are looking to be involved in the sweepstakes, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's the New York Giants, and that's the Washington whatevers.
Commodores.
Whatever. I don't want to. It's not Washington football team anymore, so it's Washington, Pittsburgh, and the Giants. Which team do you think would be the best fit for Russell Wilson?
All right, I'll do it in the stance of fuck, marry, kill.
I love it. I love that. Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck, marry, kill. Russell Wilson edition. Where's he going? Love it.
All right, so if we're saying fit, that's the one you'd marry. And if we're looking at each team, the best defense right now, and because the best defender is healthy, is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
So that's the one I think if he wants to have a defense that on the other end, he doesn't have to always go put 30 points on the board. That's where he should go. And the offensive weapons are good. Najee Harris is a solid running back. He's shown that like he'll be passing game, running game. Offensive line could be better, but he's played with shit his whole career. And the receivers, viable. And if they do want to make a move, because Aaron Rodgers was previously mentioned that they'd have to bring Devontae Adams, they can make a move for a receiver. So I think that's the one you should marry. I think the fuck one, I would say Washington. Better foundation, better. I'm not going to say weapon-wise.
The way you're going with this, with fuck, marry, kill, is exactly how I'd go. I would go marry Steelers, fuck Washington, and kill Giants.
Because the Giants is still like there's so much question mark. You're not.
Yeah, there's too many question marks. Head coach, offense coordinator. I don't even know what's going on there. Barkley, I think honestly is done. I hate to say it, I really do. I'm not saying done in the fact of he's done in the league. I'm saying I think he's in that Le'Veon Bell state of like not sure where he belongs. The injuries are overwhelming him a little bit. You know how you get injured, you don't know if you're gonna be the same. It's a weird step. I just feel like he's in that space.
We'll touch Barkley in a second. I think he should move.
Okay, we'll talk about that. So let's do Russell Wilson first. Washington, the thing that I think is so fuckable with Washington, and not even that I'm a fan, it's more of like for Russell Wilson, I think he needs a fresh start. And I think he gets that with Washington in the standpoint of new name. I think it's a whole new branding system with that team, new stadium, new all that stuff is going to happen in the next year or two. I think McLaurin's attractive. I don't think McLaurin has an
I mean,
attitude.
he's better than DK.
Right. He's better than DK. And I think you look at Terry McLaurin and you compare him to guys like Claypool and Juju. It's the attitude standpoint. It's mature ability of him being there. McLaurin wants to be in Washington. I think
McLaurin had every right to be pissed off at the
and he's
whole year of
he's
his numbers.
Handling it in the best way. He's trying to get a new contract done. I know they're going to get that done this offseason. You look at Gibson. He's great. I just feel like the Steelers have so much they need to mature with their players, and I just don't know. They're going through a lot right now with Juju and Claypool. The defense is good, but it's not there yet. With Washington, I think that the defense is there, and that they just need to get healthy. But I get why he'd go to the Steelers because it's Pittsburgh Steelers. They have great ownership. They've won Super Bowls recently.
Hey, you know what the Steelers?
You know what you're getting.
Your worst season is 8-8, 8-1.
I think with the Steelers and Russell Wilson, you know what you're going to get. I think with Washington and Russell Wilson, it's very shiny, it's new, and it could be very interesting or it could be very bad.
You know, we need to check.
Risk factor is there. The risk factor is there with Washington.
We need to check Russell Wilson's record against each division. No, serious. Because I know he's dog walked the Eagles a few times.
I just feel like the risk factor is there with Washington, which makes it attractive, I think.
I love your new start thing because everything's gonna be new, and he's the perfect face for the franchise. Come on, dude. Like Russell the perfect, Wilson, like pretty goal.
Russell Wilson in a new flashy uniform in Washington. Oh.
And the only reason I don't want him to go to New York is because there's only been one guy we've known to move teams and make a big difference, and that was Tom Brady.
Yeah.
The only other person I could see doing that is Aaron Rodgers. And if Russell Wilson did do that in New York, by all means, but at the same time, I could care less about, I think the Giants need to implode heavenly. Like, they haven't tried to implode, but they've been so bad they keep annoying it. Like, just let it go.
Dude, I just want it to be February 2nd. That's all I want.
I mean, it'll be here in less than 2 weeks.
It's gonna be exciting.
AFC North?
Not even you can't even figure out the name right now because there's been so many names going around. I just don't understand how it hasn't been leaked, officially. It's weird.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So, all-time Russell Wilson has a 15-4 record against the NFC East in his career. All-time, he has a 6-2 record against the AFC North. He's 22 touchdowns and 2 interceptions against the AFC North. And he's 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions against the NFC East. So basically, it's kind of
similar, but he's played more games than the NFC East.
Right. So both divisions are the ones he's eyeing because he knows he can play well.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be, all right, which quarterbacks do you want to go against? Right now, the way we're looking at it, it's Lamar Jackson when he comes back healthy. I want to go against Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And then Baker Mayfield.
Maybe.
We know we can beat Baker. He knows he can beat Baker.
Well, I don't know if Baker's staying in Cleveland.
I hope he does, because if he goes somewhere, I don't want to touch that. I don't want to touch that one. I don't want to touch that one. I'm not touching that one.
But you already know what's going to happen because we get so excited of a new thing. He's going to stay in Seattle. He's going to.
No, he flirted the last 2 years of leaving. He needs to just leave. I think he's going to leave, but he's going to make the bad decision of team.
I think the problem with Seattle is Russell Wilson wants all this money, but they don't have the money to fix that team with him on the roster. It's the issue.
Hear me out, trade. Because I
know you look at the cap space. Washington's number 2. We have all this money to spend this offseason. It makes the most sense. It really does.
I gotta
come on, dude. Imagine me coming on here week 1 on the pod, week 1 pod for 2022 with a Russell Wilson Washington jersey on.
I mean, I'm happy you'd have a top 10 quarterback.
That would be so electric.
By all means, happy you got a top 10 quarterback. Happy for you, dude. You deserve it. You deserve it. But I have a hear me out trade.
I don't deserve it. McLaurin does. Go ahead.
Saquon picks for Russell Wilson.
But why would they have to trade? Isn't he a free agent? Or does he have to get traded?
Who, Russell?
Yeah, is he a free agent or not?
I think
No,
it's
he's
like
not.
he's
Yes,
not
no, he's not. You have to trade for him.
because he has that like no trade clause. I think
Right.
that trade. I think that's best of both worlds. You get the because you're going to have to give up that first round draft pick.
I don't see how that makes sense a little bit because
How not?
Why would Seattle want to bring him in? They have Chris Carson. Like, I think Seattle's issue is the defense and quarterback.
Defense and quarterback. No, not quarterback, but it's defense. It's defense, but what else are you gonna how do you get something pleasing? Like, what do the Giants give away? They don't have no defensive players to trade away.
I think the pleasing offer is because I think I think the pleasing offer would be I'm just guessing here would be Daron Payne. I'm trying to think of who else they would give up. It'd be 2 firsts, Daron Payne, and somebody else.
I'm giving Saquon off so y'all both have a fresh start. Like the GM for the Giants, whenever they hire him, has the toughest job because one of your star players is injury ridden and it's not going anywhere. Your quarterback's in flux. The best case scenario,
maybe Landon Collins, Daron Payne, Landon Collins 2 firsts.
I throw Daron Payne, Landon Collins, Saquon, and Danny Jones. Get them all out of here. Get them all out of here.
No, I'm talking about Washington. Daron Payne, Landon Collins 2 firsts.
Oh, you know, you've been talking about. I'm talking about the Giants.
I was talking about Washington. Daron Payne, Landon Collins 2 firsts for Russell Wilson.
No, I keep Landon for y'all as best as possible.
Daron Payne.
No, y'all got Curl.
Daron Payne was that guy who was fighting with John Allen. Remember
I know. You kept saying him like you're only saying that because he got in our face of our boy. Dude.
No, trade Landon Collins. He sucks. You don't want him.
That's the hard part. Every team's gonna have to trade for him.
Yeah, and I like that trade. I'll give up Daron Payne and Landon Collins for Russell Wilson. Sure, go ahead. What? Go ahead. Snag. Or don't not. I won't. That's who I'll trade. If they do some other bull crap stuff, then I don't want it. Just draft freaking Kenny Pickett or Matt Corral.
Who do you think's gonna be the quarterback? Best quarterback in this draft?
Kenny Pickett.
Really?
Him or
Pittsburgh
Sam
quarterback? See, I was looking at the sizes. I went through.
I like Sam Howell.
Frustrated on Sunday. I went through all the quarterbacks of drafts and.
Yeah, that's the decision y'all are gonna have to make.
Yeah, whatever decision we have, you have to live with it for like the next 3 to 4 years again. So,
I mean, if I'm the Eagles, I just go with Jalen Hurts next year again. Like
that's what I'm leaning towards. But I also want it's not worth the give up, you know. To get, we'd have to lose at least 2 of our first round draft picks and Jalen Hurts to get Russell Wilson. Also, we need to start talking about this again. Where's Deshaun going?
I don't think he's going anywhere until that shit gets figured out.
Dude, how?
And we talk about this probably every week, and it's just like I feel like if you're gonna trade for him, you trade for him now. Because if you don't trade for him now, and he's cleared of all these fucking charges, you're gonna have to give up a huge package to get him. But you won't to right now.
It's almost been a year.
You probably save a pick or 2 by doing it now. But then if you do it now, it's a big risk. So.
I mean, can we agree if he comes back and he's still top 5, can he change the organization?
What do you mean? Yeah,
because when he was in Houston, he had like 4,000 yards, almost like 30 touchdowns.
I think if you put Deshaun Watson on Washington, would be better than Dallas.
No, I mean, can we talk about Dallas?
I think Dallas's issue is I don't think Dak Prescott's that good. I just don't. I don't think he's that good. And I don't think I think Zeke's lost it. And I think the problem is they need to pick one. They can't have 10 carries here, 10 carries here because Zeke's ego is so high. You can't just have Zeke run the ball 9 times and then have Pollard come in. Like, you got to have a system. They don't run a system. And Dak's just not that good.
You know what my take is?
Yo.
It starts from the head down.
I think the head coach sucks too.
Mm-hmm. I don't
think he knows what to do.
I think that's why he got fired in Green Bay.
I'll be honest. I think the rumors I've heard is right. You freaking tear him down. You bring back Jason Garrett.
What?
Yeah, do it. Why not? Because I don't think that he's gonna.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah, I don't see why you
Yes.
don't do that.
You bring back Jason Garrett.
You start over. You have the roster to do it. You start over, not the team wise, but the coaching wise. You start back over. You bring back the guy that did well there. He was fine, and he's done well in New York. Like, well enough. I mean, dude, he's playing with Daniel Jones.
True. All I'm saying is I'd rather him bring back Jason Garrett because we were beating them and wasn't getting destroyed.
I'm a bit intrigued who the Giants coach is going to be.
Huh?
Giants coach. I hope they don't bring in Flores.
Yeah. If he brings in Flores, I think
he'll know what to do. He fixed Tua.
There'll be a year or two removed from like top and then pushing one of us back down to the bottom.
Eagles.
I wasn't going to say your team. I was hoping we both agree on the Cowboys, but I feel you. I would hope.
Dude,
why can our division turn into the AFC?
It's hard to not realize that we are the second and third swaps right now. Like, we are.
Yeah, well, we've been doing it the last like 3 years now.
I know. Like,
I mean, actually, not technically last year. I guess last year we were third, Cowboys were second, y'all were first.
Yeah, it swaps every year between the 1 through 3, and then Giants somehow make a run every 4 years. So, I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting.
I wish we were in a coaching running because Flores would be so fucking dope, dude.
Or is he you don't know, dude. He could come in there and just like suck. Like, he got fired. He had to get fired for a reason, dude. Like, he
got fired because he probably wanted Deshaun Watson, and the dude's like, well, we have Tua.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be interesting.
It's one or the other. It was one of them wanted the Watson, or one of them wanted Tua, and they couldn't agree.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but
I am super excited for the regular season next year.
So there's only a few things I want the Eagles to do right. I want Harry Roseman to draft well. I want Jalen Hurts to take
a Jalen Reagor mistake again.
Bro, not just you know what's crazy?
Dude, I see that clip on TikTok like every other day.
You know what's crazy? So there was someone watched the whole game and said 3 or 4 of our first rounders that Howie Roseman picked prior to the last year's draft all contributed negatively to the game on Sunday. Derek Barnett, penalties. Jalen Reagor, fumbles. JJ Arcega-Whiteside couldn't even get on the field.
Who's that?
Exactly. Andre Dillard was on the bench, our first round lineman draft pick. Like,
he hands out the towels.
Like, I don't understand how the GM that has previous history of fucking up the draft is still have a job in the league.
I'll be honest. I would have honestly, and I stayed away. I didn't say one word until you texted me. I would have paid probably real good money to be sitting in a room with you watching that game.
No, you wouldn't have.
Yes, I would have. I would have loved to pay some money to get a good seat, because I don't know how you sat that through that game. I really don't.
Bro, I was so frustrated. If Jalen Hurts makes 3 plays in the first half, it's 17.
And what was the score at the end of the first half?
17-0.
Was it 17-0 or 21-0? I can't remember.
It was 17-0. It was 17-0. If he makes 3 plays, it's 17-10. Whole different half.
Did you have me on mute on Twitter?
No, I took you off mute a while back. I still have. I guess
I was like, oh crap! I was like, Vaughn touchdown, and I was like, oh crap! Wait.
Nah, dude, because I made a parlay, and I had certain players have touchdowns.
Yeah,
I need them to score.
I had Mike Evans and Vaughn. I lost my shit when fucking Giovanni Bernard scored the first touchdown.
Oh no,
I was like, here we go. Vaughn's not gonna score, and then Vaughn scores the next one. I got hyped.
The worst part was that second quarter when like our defense on the line started getting sacks. I'm like, all we have to do is at least get a field goal here. And then Jalen's like, you know what? I'm not gonna try until the fourth quarter, and then we make everyone feel a little better about ourselves. Like, dude, you're against Tom Brady, if you want to make the perfect name for yourself, you play great now.
Yeah.
And his, I think we can all agree he had a good year, and he's warranted being a starter next year. But his problems always come back and show the inconsistencies of on time, on target throws, and then one, he's thinking, and two, he's running, and then he's looking to throw, and then he's running. And the play where Devontae Smith's wide open, he's got to see that. He's got to see, I don't know what his eyes were doing, but if he knows one-on-one and he sees Devontae open, he's got to get that ball out there. And he throws a line drive, get that thing up. I wanted him to lob that up there. If he lobbed it up there, oh.
Yeah, I just like, I wanted it known. Like, you probably don't believe me or whatever, because I was rooting for you guys to win the game. Like, I just wanted my touchdowns to hit. I wanted the Eagles to win. I don't love Buccaneers. I just got frustrated because you didn't have a chance. Like, you just didn't. It just wasn't there.
I got a question.
And that's kind of what frustrated me in playoff football. Of like, I woke up. I got ready for the Chiefs game, put on bets, and I got there and I was like, this is gonna be fucking boring. I mean, the Steelers have no shot.
Did when you saw that first penalty on that roughing the passer on us, did you feel like it's an uphill climb? Because I did.
I don't remember. Oh, yeah, that shouldn't have been a penalty. I didn't like that.
Shouldn't have been a penalty, but then you should.
It's like Tom Brady. You got to know it. You know what I mean? He's gonna get that call because you got to protect the quarterback at all times. Whatever.
That play lost that man a job for the Eagles next year.
The refs were pretty bad.
The refs were pretty bad.
It was, dude.
How do you blow a whistle when he's still in bounds on Joe Burrow?
Here's the thing. Of course you were watching the game. I don't like that they kept saying it shouldn't have counted. Why shouldn't it have counted? He caught the ball before the whistle was blown. It was almost simultaneously. Why wouldn't that have counted?
They would have had to repeat the down.
But that's stupid. They scored a touchdown. The whistle had nothing to do with it. Those guys weren't even close to him. They were not even close to him. That whistle did nothing to that play.
No.
Yeah, they shouldn't have blown it, but he would have caught the ball no matter what. Like, those fucking whoever's not in that game was really pissing me off.
But again, I think that was the inadvertent whistle should never happen. Like, even if you thought he stepped out, wouldn't you wait and play it out the play and like, all right, we need to review this?
Well, I think we've talked about this before, because I think it was which game frustrated me? Oh yeah, it was the Washington Eagles game or was it Washington Eagles or Washington Dallas? I can't remember which one it was. When it hit his foot, he intercepted it. He ran it back.
No, it was Eagles. Eagles.
I think every play should just let him play, because that should have been a touchdown to Washington, as well as the Bengals should always have been a touchdown. Just stop blowing the whistle. Like, why blow the whistle? If he went out of bounds, great. He went out of bounds. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, who freaking cares? Like,
because you know if it's a turnover or it's a turnover or a touchdown, automatically reviewable.
Right. They're gonna review anything anyway.
Isn't it automatically reviewable of all assets of the play?
Yes, they're gonna review everything anyway. The game is so long because of the reviews, but the reviews make the game. Stop blowing the whistle. Just let them play.
I agree.
Throw the flags. That's what the flags for. But enough with the whistles. Enough.
Also, can we talk about that last play in the Cowboys game?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The refs are right.
Okay, so we're gonna be different on this. I enjoy that. Wait, you said the refs are right?
The refs are right.
Oh, okay, yeah. I had a problem with the Dak.
That was
comment.
Dallas's fault.
Right. I had the problem with the Dak comment. We can pull it up if you want to pull it up. The Dak comment. I had a problem with the fans, because if you went back a little play, I went back and I rewind it. And I saw it on Twitter too, the exact thing I'm talking about. So when Dak, the play before, he slid. Remember, he slid, which I'm not even sure who called that play. That was dumb. He slid at the 27-yard line. When that whole thing happened with the hiking and the referee in the way, that ball that the center put down was on the 22-yard line. He moved it up 5 yards. So it's not the ref's fault. He's trying to place the ball when you moved it and you guys are like rushing. That's your fault for running that play to where you couldn't even get a spike down. That's your fault. And two, picking the ball up and not just handing it to the ref. because the ref would have put it right at the 27-yard line. You might have had a second to hike it down and throw a Hail Mary. The ball was 5 yards ahead of where it should have been. So what are you complaining about? You put the ball at the wrong spot. Unbelievable.
I'm putting
Classic
that one
Dallas
on.
fans.
I'm gonna start from the play call to the play to then the after reaction to the fans that's how I'm gonna go with this. Play call. God awful.
Right.
You gotta just throw the Hail Mary. 9 seconds, clock's running, throw the Hail Mary.
Right. But also, if Dak wants to run it, great. Just slide 3 seconds earlier.
Dude, why did he run so
ran as far as he could. Like it's like he was gonna score. Like, oh, let me slide in the 20-yard line. I might slide all the way to the end zone. Like what?
First of all, the slide is if you go feet first, as soon as you trigger feet first slide, that's where the ball's down.
You know what he thought?
What?
I didn't even think about this, man. It was the 4:30 game, Nickelodeon. I think he thought the slime was going to take him all the way to the end zone.
Oh, you're right, man. The slime, because it was like, it would have got like a little boost, little SpongeBob boost,
okay,
like something like that.
Let me interrupt for a second. Tell me you were watching the game on Nickelodeon. You're so soft. Oh, my God.
I'm so soft.
If y'all were not watching the San Fran Dallas game on Nickelodeon, you're soft.
I'm literally, Seth, you just said you'd love to be in a room if you're watching a game. I'm coming off of watching my team get dog walked, and then I gotta watch the Cowboys.
That would have been so exciting, dude. It was so fun. Except there was some controversy. I don't know if you saw it. And Taylor was losing her mind because the reason we watched on Nickelodeon was to make the rest of the house happy because no one wanted to watch football. It was very exciting. Mm-hmm. But there was controversy at the end of the game with the slime. Because the whole game was we're gonna slime this person, slime. For the whole game they were talking about how much buckets of slime they had. They were gonna slime the person at the end, the MVP. The MVP is what they were saying.
It was Dak.
And apparently Dak wouldn't do it. So they just ended the broadcast and no one got slimed. But here's my thing: is like, why wouldn't you have an MVP from both teams? So then when someone won, like San Fran was winning the whole game, they kept announcing Dak MVP, Dak MVP. Like what? Why did you just slime Debo? The whole thing didn't make sense. It was all over Twitter. All the girls were going crazy. Those girls that were watching Nickelodeon. It was unreal.
Dude, that's
I couldn't believe what I saw. And then apparently they sent Kyle Juszczyk out 30 minutes later, and they poured a small little bucket on it with slime.
All I gotta say is,
unbelievable.
Even if Dak would have handed the ball to the ref the correct way,
they probably still might not.
After the game ended, Dallas fans are the worst fans in the league.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Like,
no.
You can't do that. You can't throw shit at the refs. Like,
and for Dak Prescott to say it's okay, that's an issue.
Yeah.
So, y'all have fun with what you went through. I feel good because we won the same amount of playoff games as Dallas. So it was a great season.
Hey, we did too.
Right.
Let's go.
And I feel better because not only did we win the same amount of playoff games, we got a good draft pick. We get to play a third place schedule next year. I feel great.
We did too.
I feel great.
Let's go.
I looked at the schedule already for next year. I think not the schedule, but the teams are out who you're playing. I feel pretty good about it.
Oh, don't we play AFC North and NFC South? No, not South. NFC West this year. No, NFC North. I think we play AFC North, NFC North.
I'd have to look at it. We'll go over that next week or two. We'll go over the teams for next season.
Our futures are bright. I think not. I think y'all's is more.
I think
known to be brighter.
Not known to be better. I think ours is more exciting because the new name, the new brand, everything. This might be the biggest off season in the last decade or two.
Hey, I got a quick little stat for you. We get alternate unis next year. I forgot about that.
Yeah, ours are apparently black.
No, I'm saying like the extra helmets.
Oh, really?
We're gonna get extra. So you know how you can't, like, the main part of the helmet doesn't change for most teams.
Yeah, it doesn't. Is y'all's changing?
No, every team's gonna have an alternate. So you're gonna have
sick.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I feel like you look at the teams. I think that this is the biggest. This is the off season of Ron Rivera to make things right, because if he doesn't do, if we go in the next season not have a great season, it's a trash shoot. He gets on the hot seat, I think, because it's been 3 years. This is the biggest offseason for his career, I think. The biggest offseason for Ron Rivera. But I'm excited. February 2nd can't come close to that. I love the Eagles jersey. I love the pride in you to wear that.
Hey, man.
To end the episode, I love it. He's looking forward to next season. Looking
Got
forward to
to,
next
man.
season.
It's a Hall of Famer.
Love it.
It's a Hall of
Love
Famer. Got
it. These are gonna be some great games this week, and I'm excited. Make sure you follow us on Twitter because we react to all our picks. I'm definitely gonna be reacting after my 6-0 run. I'm probably gonna lose every single game. We're gonna see probably fucking San Fran and Tennessee in the Super Bowl. That would be crazy. But that would be so funny. After everything, we just have Tennessee versus San Fran Super Bowl.
God, no. It'd be more like a terrible Super Bowl for me would be Bengals versus Tampa Bay because then it's easily.
I think that'd be kind of exciting.
No, because then you know the narrative they're going to play.
I just think Tennessee and San Fran. I personally think those are the two worst teams, and it's hard for me to say Tennessee's a bad team because they're the one overall seed.
I agree with you with what you're going at, but I'm saying just the narratives they would play if it was Bengals Tampa Bay would kill me.
Yeah,
you got the has-been versus the newcomer. You got the potential protege to the like it'd been the same thing as Mac Jones would have been there.
I just love the Joe Burrow cigar. I just love it, dude. It's
like
so
everything
great.
about him you like gotta love. But then you get like, come on, man, start like it's your second year.
I think he is humble. I think it's not him. It's everyone making these gifts about him. Like I don't think he's doing. I mean,
he is humble, but it's just like hey, when you got it, you got it.
Right. I mean, you look at you look at a lot of these things, and it's like, you look at the Bills. No, the Chiefs. They got Mahomes, Super Bowl winner, 2-time. Mm-hmm. Has he won two Super Bowls? Yeah,
he's about to.
You look at Tom Brady, Super Bowl winner. You look at Matthew Stafford. Nope. You look at San Fran. Nope. Tennessee.
Jimmy has won. He was a backup though.
Not with what I'm going with. I'm gonna get to what I'm going with.
Okay.
Who else we got? Trying to pull it up.
Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers. So you look at it. You got Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
You got Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
You got Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
And you have Joe Burrow. Because Joe Burrow was in that spotlight. National championship. Those are the only 4 guys that I think that under that spotlight can perform to their best ability. Won't get nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like won't get nervous. Won't got the nerves running over them for the first time. Big lights, national stage. I think national championship is a pretty big stage.
Yeah, Josh Allen hasn't been anywhere. Best thing he's been is AFC North. Ryan Tannehill is going to have to be the title game this year.
See what I'm saying? So you look at Joe Burrow.
Jimmy G. No, Jimmy G did have a Super Bowl, but he lost. And then Matthew Stafford's never been this. So you have a point.
You look at Joe Burrow, he's cocky, but I think he believes that he can get there and that he will strive under those lights. So it's going to be interesting. Got a lot of good games this weekend. Next week's going to be interesting because we're going to be talking about the 2 title games, NFC Championship game, AFC Championship game. I'm hoping it's Chiefs and Bengals, and I'm hoping it's Rams and Packers.
We're going to dissect the fuck out of those next week.
Dissect the fuck out of them. And make sure you follow us on TikTok. We post good content there. College basketball picks are going to be electric this week. A lot of great games. So make sure you follow us there. And we'll see you next week following my 4-0 run for this week. It's going to be 10-0.
I'm going to go 4-0.
4-0 for both of us? No, that's not possible. 4-0 for me, 2-2 for you. We'll see you next week. Peace.